Hello and welcome. If cybersecurity feels confusing, it's not just you. In this video, I want to explain why cybersecurity feels so overwhelming and what's actually causing that confusion for a lot of people. Here's something that most people don't realize. There are hundreds of cybersecurity job titles, and many of them overlap or they mean different things depending on the company. So, what happens is when you start researching, it's not structured, it's overwhelming, it's fragmented. You're not crazy for feeling lost. You're really not. You're just stepping into a space that wasn't designed to be clear for beginners. Yes, I would say cybersecurity was not designed to be clear for beginners. My name is Kimberly Simon, and I help non technical professionals find and start cybersecurity careers without needing to code. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, or like the more you research, the more confused you get, this is exactly why. You start looking into cybersecurity and suddenly you see certifications, you see job titles, you see tools, you see different parts. And instead of clarity, you feel more and more lost. I completely understand that. And here's what's actually happening to you. The problem is that cybersecurity is not one path. It's many different paths happening at the same time. How about that? But when you don't know, and you don't know which path is the right one for you, your brain tries to process everything all at once. And that's where that overwhelm that you're feeling comes from. Not because it's too complicated, but because you're trying to take in everything at once. And you're trying to take in everything without a filter. You need a filter. So let me explain this in a simple way. Think about it like going to a restaurant with a 20-page menu. Imagine that. Going to a restaurant with a 20-page menu. There's everything on there. There's Italian food, there's seafood, there's steak, there's vegan, there's desserts. At first, it sounds great. It really does. But when you actually sit down to choose, it's overwhelming. I know, FYI, I feel that way about the Cheesecake Factory. You don't know where to look. Everything starts blending together. And the more you read, the harder it gets to make a decision, the harder it gets to decide on what to do. So now imagine instead, someone hands you a simple menu with just three options, all based on what you already like, what you're already feeling like having. Suddenly it's easy. That's the difference that clarity makes. It's not that cybersecurity is confusing, it's that you are looking at too many parts all at once. Most people make that mistake. They think that they need to understand every single thing before they can start. They think that they need to learn every single thing before they need to start. So they keep watching videos, they keep researching, they keep reading articles, looking at job descriptions, trying to figure out which one should I do. But all that does is create more noise. Here's the shift that changes everything. The problem is not that cybersecurity is overwhelming. It's really not. The problem is that you don't know which part of it is relevant to you. So, what part is relevant to your interest, your experience, and where you want to take your career? Because once you know where you fit, you stop looking at everything. You start filtering, right? You know, when you see a certification, hey, that applies to me or it doesn't. You know if it matters or not. And when you see a job title, you know if it applies to you or it doesn't. So you stop applying for everything. When you see a tool, you know if you even need to care or you don't. Think about it like using GPS. If you don't have a destination, every road looks like an option, right? Like if you don't know where you're trying to go, every road looks like an option. Every turn feels possible and it's stressful. But once you set a destination, you don't think about every road anymore. You just follow the path in front of you. And that's what clarity does. It removes the noise, it removes the confusion. So if cybersecurity has been feeling like it's too much for you, but you're still interested, and if you've been thinking, hey, this is overwhelming, there's too much to learn, I don't even know where to begin, but this is still something that you want to do. You're not behind. You're just missing the first step. You don't need more information right now. Stop collecting information. You need clarity on where you fit. And that's exactly why I created the Cybersecurity Role Finder. It helps you quickly cut out all the noise. It helps you cut through all the noise, and it helps you identify which role actually aligns with how you think and how you work. So if this resonates with you, click on the link or check my bio to start with the Role Finder. See you in the next video.